Well, hello and Happy New Year. You're going to have to forgive me because I'm coughing all the time. I have had a virus now for 2 weeks tomorrow. I caught it from a Christmas party because of the air conditioning. Most of the people who went to that party got ill, so I have not been well all Christmas. So anyway, what I did, I did quite a few vlogs while I was away for a full week, and I was going to put them on, and basically everything's gone wrong. So first of all, I was in a kind of a relationship. It was not very intense. I've known him for 3 years. It's just very slow moving because we're both very untrusting of other people now, and it's very, very slow moving and taking a long time to get anywhere. But anyway, Christmas was a life-changing thing because what had happened is he had asked me to go with him on a road trip to see something that he's bought, and he wanted me to be part of that journey with not just now but in the future. So I suppose you could say it was getting serious there. Sorry, but anyway, I'm going to cut a very long story short. We went on the holiday, met both families, and then he picked me up on Christmas Day, and no, Boxing Day, sorry, and we went down to a pool in Dorset. And when we got there, he showed me he's bought a yacht, and he wants to go and circumnavigate the UK and then Europe and then probably the world. But this is when he retires in about 18 months or something like that. And he wanted me to go with him, and I was not sure because I've got my independence, I've got my own van, my job, my money, and I really don't trust living off other people. And the plans that he had, I don't think were feasible for me. They were more for him. So basically, you've bought a big yacht. You've invested into that. It's your dream, and it's something that you want to do. So you're gonna go around all the world and everything, and you want this person to go with you. But this person has been homeless how many times now, and at the mercy of other people so many times, where I've ended up with nothing, and it's too much of a gamble for me to take because I need my independence and my own space and my own money, my own home. So when I got down there and saw it, I thought, we've got to live on this. It's not my dream. I didn't feel it. It was like a caravan inside. I could show you some footage, but the problem is I did a walkthrough with him, and I don't think it's fair to name him or put him on my channel because when we came back I called it a day. I'm not going to go into the why. He's not a bad person or anything. I've got to be honest with myself and say, what do I want in my future? And my future, I see myself owning my own land and growing my own food and rescuing people and animals, and that is my dream. And living somebody else's dream is all well and good if it can become yours, but I don't think it's a good thing to put your own life on hold to please someone else. And I've spent my whole life people pleasing, and I won't do it anymore. I haven't done it for a few years now. It's just, it hurts you because you end up giving yourself away to someone, and you end up forgetting you. And when that happens, you become in a dangerous place, because then you're at the mercy of that person. And what if they don't have any compassion or empathy for you, or they don't love you enough, or they get bored or whatever? They keep their dream you lose everything and have to start again. And at this time in my life, I'm not prepared to make any gambles at all. And so I don't feel well anyway, which is not helping, because it makes me want to retreat and be alone. And I can't cope being around people when I'm ill, because I feel like I have to perform in front of them all the time. And if you get told that you're selfish and you're not right and stuff, it just makes you feel worse. So it's better for me to be alone. So the road trip was nice and awful at the same time. It was nice because we met lots of lovely people, and I got to see my family, and it's not often I see them, and that part was nice. The journey itself was nice. It wasn't a bad journey. I just don't feel well. I've been so poorly that I can't even function, and there was quite a few days in the journey where I couldn't even be bothered to talk because I just didn't feel well enough, and I just felt so weak. But then I felt like I was judged as well, like, you just lay down there and die, don't you? But I get on with the things, and it's just little things that feel like criticisms that I can't cope with anymore in my life. I just can't cope with them. I listen to me now. If I'm not well like this, then I should be in bed and I should just be getting rested. And if that makes me a lazy cow and whatever, then fine. But I don't want guilt on top of illness and feeling terrible about myself because I'm not enthusiastic about somebody else's dream. It's not my dream, it's theirs. And if I'd have taken him on a road trip to look at some land that I wanted, and I was buying the land while I was there, I'm sure that even with an illness I would have had some spark and some enthusiasm, and because it was my dream and it was something that I'd worked for my whole life, and I'm sure I'd have been like him. But I'm also sure that he would have been more like me, and he wouldn't have had that same spark for it and that same enthusiasm. So it would have been a role reversal, but it's not an acknowledgement that I get. I made a massive effort to go on a road trip when I was so poorly that I shouldn't have even gone out. I've had, in the last 6 weeks, I've had this bug thing twice now, and it's lasted each time for 2 weeks. And each time I've took time off work. I mean, this time I was off anyway, but all my holidays are taken in winter. And all 4 weeks of my holidays I've been ill on, which is so ironic. So I go back to work in a couple of days and I'm praying that I feel better, because honestly, it comes over you like a wave and you think, oh God, I thought it was gone. I thought it was gone, and it's not gone. And it feels like a terrorist attack on my lungs and everything. So yeah, I can't put the footage on of the trip because he's on most of it and it's not fair. Oh, I feel absolutely shocking. So I'm going to continue to do my vlogs, but obviously it'll just be solo. I've got to rethink my own life and what it is I truly want, and I've got to be honest with myself. Can I be somebody's partner? Because I don't seem to have what it takes, and I have become lazy and intolerant, and I don't want to try anymore, because I think after doing it for my whole life and giving everything away for myself, to end up alone anyway with nothing and having to restart, I think it's better to just be honest and say you're better off staying on your own. I think the loneliness thing doesn't really affect me because I'm a hermit, and sometimes you get sad and you think, wouldn't it be nice to have a partner in crime who just gets me and who loves me? And the problem that I have is I start to fall, well, I did fall in love with someone, but it's not mutual, and I can't do this anymore to myself, so I'm not going to put him on the channel. and I don't know what my future is. I don't know. Take it day by day. I've got my job, I've got my home, and that's important, and I'll have my health back because I'm not hardly eating anything now. I'm just, oh my gosh, I've hardly eaten anything all Christmas. I've had a few drinks, but nothing really major or anything. I've had like the odd rum, brandy, because I thought that'd clear my chest and stuff, but yeah. So I don't mean it to be a sad vlog. It's not sad. It's just life, you know. You've got to recognise when it's time to walk away, and I'm doing him a favour because he's not really that bothered about me anyway, and I'm not prepared to play games with anyone, and I'm 53 years old. You've got to say, do what you want. If you want to be selfish, it's up to you. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. If you've spent your whole life serving other people, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. So embrace your own independence, because it's so important to have it. And if there's any women out there who are in a relationship with someone and they're living with them, I really feel for you, because I can walk away and lose very little. The only thing I lose is my emotional state. But when I've had times when I've been married, you're walking into homelessness and into a shelter, and I've done it with children, and it's horrendous. It's awful having to start again, feeling so bleak and so sad. But I don't lose anything anymore. I just go back home and shut my door and sulk for a day or two, and then I'm fine again. So why would I give all that up? So I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go yachting. If I do, it will be as his friend for a jaunt. But my home stays my home, and I'm not giving up my job or anything else for anyone. So you never know. One day, you just never know. But what I do know is that I'm not the person I used to be. I've become a lot harder, and that's a good thing. So, right, I'm going to go, and I will be back maybe in a few days, and I don't know. But anyway, just have a nice New Year. Lie to yourself to say, I'm not going to do this anymore, and I'm going to do this from now on. And you know you're lying, because within a week we've all quit. So just I'm going to go because I'm waffling. Bye bye.